Hi students, I am Praveen Sebastian Paul. In this lecture we are discussing 4 major youth programs or schemes of Government of India. In the previous lectures we had discussed 9 programs or schemes introduced by the Government of India. In this lecture we are discussing Pradhan Mantri Rozgar Yojana PMRY, secondly Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program PMEGP, thirdly Prime Minister's Rural Development Fellowship PMRDF, and finally RUSA, RASHTRIYA UCHCHATAR SHIKSHA ABHIYAN. So when we come to Pradhan Mantri Rozgar Yojana or PMRY, it is a central government initiative which aims to provide self-employment opportunity to educated youth who are unemployed. The scheme was launched in 2nd October 1993, offers loan to the unemployed up to 10 lakh youth and women. It provides the necessary financial assistance to help them to start their business venture in sectors like service, trade, manufacturing, etc. The features of Pradhan Mantri Rozgar Yojana are: the repayment tenure of this loan for unemployed extends between 3 to 7 years after the moratorium period completion. And this scheme provides a project cost coverage of 2 lakh for the business sector, 5 lakh for the service sector, and 5 lakh for the industry sector. Thirdly, a collateral-free loan up to rupees 1 lakh is available under this scheme. And fourthly, the scheme covers all economical viable business options, which includes agricultural and allied activities. However, it excludes direct agricultural operations. And finally, the scheme provides a subsidy of 15% of the project cost with a maximum of 12,500 rupees for every individual. For northeastern region, Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal and Jammu and Kashmir, the maximum subsidy extends to rupees 15,000. So these are the major points of Pradhan Mantri Rozgar Yojana PMRY, which is a central government initiative which aims to provide self-employment opportunity to educated youth who are unemployed. And the next topic to discuss is Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program or PMEGP. The scheme is implemented by Khadi and Village Industry Commission, functioning as a nodal agency at the national level. The scheme was launched on 15th August 2008. At the state level, the scheme is implemented through State KVIC and Village Industry Commission and State Khadi and Village Industry Boards, District Industries Center and banks. The nature of assistance in this scheme are: the maximum cost of project or unit admissible in manufacturing sector is 25 lakhs and in business or service sector is 10 lakhs. And secondly, there is a subsidy provided under this PMEGP, and the major categories are: for general categories in urban areas they will get 15% subsidy, and in rural areas they will get 25% subsidy. And also a special subsidy of 25% for urban and 35% for rural area is given for the persons belonging to SC/ST, OBC, minority, women or ex-servicemen, physically handicapped men, as well as in northeastern region areas. The balance amount of the total project cost will be provided by the bank in the form of term loans and as a working capital. So these are the major highlights of this scheme PMEGP. And the next topic to discuss is Prime Minister's Rural Development Fellowship or PMRDF. So this PMRDF is an initiative of the Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India, which is implemented in collaboration with the state governments. The focus of the program is on the reduction of poverty and improving the lives of the people in rural India. The PMRDF program was formally launched in September 2011 with objectives of providing short-term catalytic support to the district administration in IAP district to improve program delivery, Secondly, developing a cadre of committed and competent development leaders and facilitators who are available as a resource for rural development over long term. And thirdly, engaging with many stakeholders such as government, public sector institution and civil society actors in promoting the efficiency of social protection programs. The PMRD fellows are selected through a pan-India process through All India Common Entrance Test AICAT, which is followed by a written exam and a personal interview. During 2 years of fellowship, PMRD fellows work closely with the district collector of the Integrated Action Plan or IAP. Immediately after the successful completion of 2-year fellowship, a PMRD fellow is required to spend 1 year in public service as a paid full-time employee of the State Rural Livelihood Mission in the state to which he or she is assigned. As the knowledge partner of Ministry of Rural Development, Tata Institute of Social Science TISS provides special holistic support to the fellows to acquire knowledge, professional skills and capabilities required to engage in transformative development works with the people, the state and non-state institutions. In order to support the fellowship at the district and with their academic work, the institute has set up a PMRDF support cell in Delhi, Raipur, Hyderabad, Guwahati and Mumbai. So, the Prime Minister's Rural Development Fellowship is an initiative of the Ministry of Rural Development which implemented in collaboration with the state governments, which focus on a reduction of poverty and improving the lives of the people in rural India. And finally, we are discussing the topic RASHTRIYA UCHCHATAR SHIKSHA ABHIYAN RUSA. It's a centrally sponsored scheme launched in 2013 which aims at providing strategic funds to eligible state higher educational institutions. So the central funding would be norm based and outcome dependent. The funding would flow from the central ministry through the state government to the State Higher Educational Council before reaching to the identified institution. The funding to states would be made on the basis of critical appraisal of the state higher educational plans, which would describe each state's strategy to address issues of equity, access, and excellence in higher education. The salient objectives of RUSA are to improve the overall quality of the state institution by ensuring conformity to prescribed norms and standards and adopt accreditation as a mandatory quality assurance framework. And secondly, a transformative reform in the state higher education system by creating a facilitating institutional structure for planning and monitoring at the state level, promoting autonomy in the state university and improving governance in institutions. Thirdly, it ensures reforms in the affiliation, academic and examination systems. It ensures adequate availability of quality faculty in all higher education institutions and ensure capacity building at all level of employment. Nextly, it creates an enabling atmosphere in the higher education institution to devote themselves to research and innovations. And next, it expands the institutional base by creating additional capacity in existing institutions and establishing new institutions in order to achieve enrollment targets. And next, it focuses on correct regional imbalances in access to higher education by setting up institutions in unserved and undeserved areas. And finally, it focuses on improve equity in higher education by providing adequate opportunity of higher education to the SC/ST and socially and educationally backward classes and promote inclusion of women, minorities and differentially abled persons. So the RUSA would create a new university through upgradation of existing autonomous colleges and conversion of colleges in a cluster. It would create new model degree colleges, new professional colleges, and provide infrastructural support to the university and colleges. Faculty recruitment support, faculty improvement programs, and leadership development of administrators are also an important part of the scheme. Besides these, RUSA also support reforming, restructuring, and building capacity of institutions in participating state. So my dear student, in this lecture we had discussed 4 major youth programs or schemes of Government of India: PMRY, PMEGP, PMRDF and RUSA. So my dear students, kindly go through this assignment question. There are 4 assignment questions. Write in detail notes on PMRY, PMEGP, PMRDF and RUSA. So dear students, hope you had understood this lecture. See you soon. Until then, goodbye. Thank you and all the best.